Hello, my name is Arda and this is my first video. For a long time I wanted to start my own YouTube channel and show what I did to everyone who wanted to watch actually. And a few years ago I actually did. I had a channel where I showed how to draw manga and anime characters. It was in Turkish actually, but you know, after a while I felt like I wasn't that good at drawing, or I didn't actually like it that much. I didn't put in the effort or the time to learn it that much. I just did a few videos that were like not successful anyway, so after a few years I never uploaded again. It was like 7 years ago. So after the channel died, I was like, I actually liked the video part of it. I actually liked the showing people what I liked part of it. But I never had anything that I was like passionate enough to show it on camera. After a few years now, my passions, my hobbies, the things I lacked are now more certain. I know what I like. I like computers, I like technology, I like designing things, I like woodworking, I like 3D printing. So 2 years ago I bought my first 3D printer. It was a Creality Ender 3 and it was like the best toy I ever had. I started printing things I found online. I discovered the Thingiverse and I started downloading things, printing them, the models, the upgrades for the printer as well. I printed some small tools, some small things. A few months went by like that, but I felt like this isn't what I do, this isn't doing it yourself, this is some other people did it, so I'm doing what they did. I'm just downloading their designs and I'm just printing them out. So I felt like I had to design some things of my own. I needed to add myself in the do-it-yourself. So what I did was, I already knew how to use SketchUp because I used it for my like small projects I did. I wasn't very good at it, but I knew how to design like desks or some small furniture. So I said, I already know SketchUp, so I should design things in SketchUp. I looked online and it's actually possible to do 3D designs for printing on SketchUp. So I started to design things that I needed, some small like basic geometrical shapes I needed to use on my tools or what I liked to print. So I started to learn more and more about 3D design and more on how to print those designs on my printer. A few months passed as like that, and then I said like, I like computers and I like building computers especially. So I like buying them, selling them, just having them, but the most fun part is actually building a computer in a case. I don't care if it's first time or it's a second-hand computer. So what I thought to myself was, what if I designed a PC case which then I built my own PC in? Wouldn't that be cool? I started fiddling around with the idea. I looked online like, are there people even doing this? And I saw like there are millions of people doing their own cases. So I started to measure my own case. I wanted a small case, so I started to measure the computer case I had. So I said, let's try it. After a few months of hard work, like I was working every night after work or like the weekends, and what I came to was this, the first case that I ever designed and printed the chassis of. So this didn't turn out as good as I thought it would. It was bulky, it wasn't looking good actually, it was just a rectangular box. And because my Ender 3 wasn't big enough to print this side, I had to do it like a Lego. It's interlocking and it didn't work out that well. On the bottom part I had some parts to fasten it all together. I had overall It wasn't a very good design. But what I thought was like, I actually built this. I designed it, I printed it, I put it together, and it did actually hold together. It's not flimsy, it's not looking like it will break apart easily. So I said, like, this is a proof of concept. If I can do this, I can probably do something better, I thought. After printing this case, I felt like my printer wasn't enough. I didn't want some interlocking parts to connect my case together, so I decided to upgrade. And what I did was I bought a Creality CR10S Pro, which is the current printer I'm using, and I love the thing. It's very useful for me. I did everything I could on it, and after I got my CR10S Pro, I started a new case design, which would benefit from the bigger bed size and wouldn't need some interlocking parts in the middle of long pieces. And the design needed to be thinner. It wouldn't have like these gigantic pieces on the top and bottom and the back. So I scrapped it all and started from scratch again. And a few months more work later, I came to this. This is the second case I tried to build. This design is much more elegant. It has smaller and thinner braces around, and the corner pieces are a much cooler, in my opinion, design. They all interlock in the corners. They have screws. The screws are going into some brass inserts, and the pieces are actually always the same, just longer. So the front pieces and the side pieces have the same design. They're just longer. So it was easier to design, easier to build, and easier to manufacture. But this case is just a proof of concept. It doesn't have any place to mount the power supply. It doesn't have any place to mount fans. It's just a shell, which I thought, like, I wanted to see how it looked in real life, not just on a computer screen. So this is similar to the final design I have right now. Since this case, I have designed a case which has a power supply mounting spot, which has fan mount holes, and I already finished the panel designs as well. I sent them off to be cut, and I have already printed out the parts, and I know they fit together. But I want to show you how they fit together and how it comes out when it finishes. If you're interested in what you have seen up till now and interested to see more, in my next video I hope to show you how I prepare and assemble my case. So subscribe and like this video if you like to see that. For now, thanks for watching.